Fighting EX Layer!
Hey, what's up everyone? On this video we're going over the launch of Fighter EX Layer. I kinda already went over it back in December 2017 when the beta came out, but this will be the actual game. But let's do a refresher. First off, the series started in the late 90s. The most popular well-known games will be the Street Fighter EX series. It was a good collaboration between Eureka and Capcom. The first actual game is called Fighter Layer.
Fighting Layer!
This was published by Namco and Eureka, still working on the development for the game. This is an arcade-only game, and sadly there is no home console port, unless you want to use an emulator. Fast forward to 2017. On April Fool's Day, Eureka made a trailer to the game.
Eureka, listen, people want this stuff. This should not be an April Fool's joke. You put a lot of effort into this thing to what seems to be a completely playable build of a game that plays very much like Street Fighter EX, with Street Fighter EX characters that we all very much like as well. This needs to be a reality, guys. Don't just mess around with people.
It was received positive, and Eureka decided to invest on the idea of making the actual game. We got a beta in December 2017 on the PS4. Fast forward to late June 2018, and the actual game is released. There's two versions of the game. There's the light version, which is the base game, and there's the standard version, which comes with an extra character, Hakuto, and some Guji extras. Right now at the main menu, we have Online Versus, which includes ranked matches, casual matches, records, and leaderboards. There's Offline, which unfortunately is 2-player versus mode only. It specifically says you can only play it with 2 controllers. You have Training Mode, which is really the only way I see how to fight the AI. There's Expert Mode. This is where you try out the challenges for each character. There's 2 modes, Progressive and Classic. Progressive will be the easy input commands, and Classic will be your generic commands. You can also check out each deck and individual Guji. The rest is the PlayStation Store for DLC stuff. And that's it for the game. You gotta remember, this is a passion project, and Eureka is aiming to release more content in the future. I will go over what I think about it after I go over the characters. I'm probably gonna mispronounce some of these characters' names, but let's go over the roster. We have Hakuto, Sanane, Kairi, Garuda, Jack, Hayate, Blair, Shadowgeist, Darun, Shirase, Skullomania, D-Dark, and Alan. And it's a pretty good roster. Sanane is so far my favorite character. She has a great reach with her attacks, and she seems very easy to play with. To be fair, most of the characters are straightforward to play with. Visually, the game looks beautiful. Powered by the Unreal Engine, everything runs fluid in action. The sliding low combo attacks is a great attack gimmick for this game. I highly recommend trying out the expert trials to get an idea of what to do as far as the combos are concerned. In Training Mode, there seems to be a hidden survival mode called Kumite. Every time you defeat the AI, a different opponent will spawn. The stages look great and the music is pretty good. You could tell Eureka put a lot of dedication into the details of characters, stages, and music. The Guji could be useful too, or it could break the game. I actually like the mechanics for it. Each Guji has a special element. Now, everything sounds positive so far, right? Well, this game is lacking a lot of stuff. You have to understand first that this is a passion project from Eureka. I know there was a restrict budget on this game, but there's some important fundamentals that should be in the fighting game. Simple stuff. Just like Street Fighter V at launch, there was no arcade, no story, and so on. This game is aimed heavily at playing competitively, mainly online. And for casuals, I really don't know if I should recommend this. If I had to nitpick something about the expert challenges, I wish the commands for special attacks would stay on screen, instead of me just pausing to look at the command list. It's not a big deal, but it'll make training more easier if the patterns were on the screen, because I have no idea what these names for attacks are. This is nearly a retail price game you're paying for, but it feels like you're playing a beta. Once again, I'm not bashing Eureka, but there's different approaches you could go about doing this. In Street Fighter V's case, they just rushed the game without content just to make it to EVO 2016. Not to mention Capcom already had a budget to begin with. Fast forward to today, Street Fighter V has been getting better despite its rough start at launch. Killer Instinct was an interesting way of getting more content, adding characters down the line or getting a season pass, but content was promised as we got it. Not to mention, the game was free to begin with. In the case of Fighter EX Layer, I don't know what to say because we're getting content if the game sells well. And that's a big if. Kinda like a Kickstarter in a way, but you're paying full retail if you bought the standard edition. And there's no guarantee if Eureka will deliver the content. So I'm not trying to be harsh on Eureka, but the launch could be a little boring for anyone who doesn't play online. In fact, the customer might even feel a little ripped off. However, with that being said and done, if you're watching this video, you're most likely a fan of fighting games or already bought Fighter EX Layer. So chances are you want to support this game. I could definitely respect that. So anyone who casually plays fighting games should be aware before getting this game. This game is fun, I can't stress that enough, especially when playing with friends. This game actually has been received positively from the fighting game community, so it does have support.
Eureka, I want to talk to you guys directly because if you need support for something like this, I'm here to support you.
I do look forward to the future of Eureka in the Fighter EX Layer game. It's already welcome as a side tournament attraction. It's also worth mentioning that at the time of making this video, it's confirmed that 2 characters will be available for free on the next patch, so it's all good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Are you a fan of the OEX games? Which are your favorite? Are you enjoying this game? If so, what are your mains? Thank you for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am out. Peace.